States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we got, From will not be here. Jill?
Here.
Broker?
Here.
Judy?
Here.
Krieger?
Here.
Hocker?
Here.
5 present. Approve minutes of the May 14th meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Broker, second by Krieger to approve the minutes of the May 14th, 2024 City Council meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any public comment tonight? Yes, sir. State your name.
And your address too, please, and if you would like, I've got that mic on.
Peter Weber, I live at 817 Dewey Street in Kiel. I have 2 questions, and it's not the appropriate place, I guess, just let me know. But my first question is, last year with the financial issues that the city faced, and from my understanding, the utility funds covering a lot of those expenses, or all of them, is there a plan, or has there been a plan in place that the general fund is going to repay the utility funds for those? And my second question is about the Highway 67 electric rebuild project that I believe is scheduled to start. Putting it all underground, I'm curious if it was ever estimated out or talked about by the council having it rebuilt overhead with the city's own employees and equipment doing it versus a contractor coming in and doing over half the work, when speaking from experience that the last 2 years have been the slowest it's been since I've worked here in 10 years. And we're scratching to look for things to do. And from my understanding, it's over $1.3 million for the contractor to come in. I'm a little disgusted at that, to be very honest.
Okay.
That's my public comment. Thank you.
All right. So, not sure about the finance side.
I'd say the general fund is back in the black. We don't have our full audit yet from last year, but we're
Right, but I guess
no longer operating in a deficit.
all the expenses, like if the utility department covered expenses that the general fund didn't have, is the general fund reimbursing the utility funds for those?
There was no money taken from the utility fund to cover, we just operated in a deficit, so,
Okay, I apologize.
Yep.
I was
No.
confused on that.
that's okay.
Okay, thank you. Number 6, consideration of 2025 cooperative agreement. This is the recycling?
Yep.
The recycling?
Yep, this is the cooperative agreement for next year that satisfies the DNR's eligibility requirements for the recycling consolidation grant. So every year, because we're part of this consolidated group, we get an extra roughly $5,000 attached to our recycling grant from the DNR. Without it, it would be about $18,000. With it, it's roughly $23,000.
I noticed this is for Calumet County. Is there any similar agreement for Manitowoc County side of things?
There is not.
No.
No, Manitowoc County. To my knowledge, doesn't have a program like this put together.
Just curious.
So we're lucky that Calumet does.
Okay, any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 intercommunity cooperative recycling agreement.
I will second that motion.
Okay, any other discussion? Motion by Broker, second by Gill to approve the 2025 intercommunity recycling cooperative agreement. Roll call, Gill.
Aye.
Broker?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Krieger?
Yes.
Hocker?
Yes.
5-0, motion carries. Okay, number 7, consideration of offer to purchase and develop agreement for lots 158, 170, and 178 between the city of Kiel and SJT Leasing, Scott, Tennessee.
So we have received an offer to purchase for our 3 lots in Rockville, lot 178, lot 170, and lot 158, for $28,000 apiece. This is a new buyer to us. This SJT Leasing, his intentions with the properties is to build on each one of them a duplex, a single owner duplex, and then rent them out. He has, other than that, his only other term out of the ordinary was that he would like to have about 1 year to do each one. So right now, our covenants for that subdivision say it needs to be built on within a year. In this development agreement, we have put in here, sorry that I'm scrolling, through the end of 2027. So essentially, he would, if we pass this, you pass this, he intends to build one in 2025, one in 2026, and the last one in 2027.
I was mistaken, Alice, this was the.
Yes, and this
new
is
buyer.
not the
I thought this was
buyer
the
from
old,
last time.
the same buyer we had before, but.
This is a new,
Yes,
okay. Well, I read through the paperwork, and it looks like he's got his financing and a letter of credit and, copies of his insurance. I mean, this looks like a very well put-together package.
Mhm.
So I'm inclined to approve this. I do have a question
Yes.
with the profits. Is that gonna go back into, I'm gonna say the wrong fund, but the
general fund.
general fund, the backup one?
It would essentially come through our budget as a surplus.
Okay, because, weren't we maxed out on what fund was that?
Are you talking TIDS?
No, I'm talking about for the city of Kiel, we needed to replenish, was that the general fund?
Yes,
Yes.
our general fund, had a deficit.
Okay,
Last year, beginning last year.
okay,
By the end of last year, we have, turned that into a small surplus. for
okay,
our
so
auditors.
this would go back into
This would
that.
increase that surplus.
Okay.
Increase the balance of our general fund.
In that case, I would like to make the motion that we accept the offer to purchase and development agreement for lots 158, 170, 175 between the city of Kiel and SJT Leasing, Scott Tennyson, and I believe it's an LLC.
Yeah, it was,
Yes.
SJ, I think it was SJ Leasing.
Okay.
So I did the development agreement on behalf of the city. I was not involved in the offer to purchase.
Okay,
So the development agreement that I drafted is similar to what we've had in some other cases where we've sold lots in the Rockville subdivision. The offer to purchase had a couple things, a few
Mhm.
things different than what the ones I drafted when I did both the development agreement and the offer to purchase. I mean, the biggest is, when I did them, lots of times we did them as is.
okay,
So this one is not an as-is, that was one difference. And then I usually did a special warranty deed rather than a warranty deed. And then the other difference was typically, when I drafted them for the offer of purchase, I did not make the city do title insurance. It's my understanding the city's okay with doing the title insurance. So those are some of the differences. But otherwise, like I said, development agreement followed similar ones that we had done in the past, just the offer to purchase I didn't put together, but.
okay.
And that's because now for these transactions, we've been working with the realtor.
Okay.
So I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and then, it is, I got here, it's SJT Leasing LLC. So it's-
okay, so it is a limited liability corporation.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh.
You said 175,
It's
it's
178,
178.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Wanted to make that correction.
158, 170, and 178.
Thank you.
Do I need to
And the-
strike my first motion and
No,
remotion?
that's
Okay.
fine. And the price, you're gonna put the price in the motion?
Yeah, which
I think
is
it's
88,
84,000?
84,000.
I'll second it. That developers agreement, that does supersede that 1 year, building requirement of the covenant then?
I wasn't aware of that actually in the covenant, so we didn't put that part in there.
Well, not that somebody else questions it after,
Yeah.
well, why did they get special
Yeah,
treatment?
I mean, the other thing, I like to say, the development agreement, in the past usually was attached as an exhibit to the offer to
Purchase,
purchase. In this
okay.
case, it was not. But they signed the development agreement
Mhm.
already, it looked like they had.
Yep. Signed and notarized.
And
And he is doing the construction himself, which is why he needs more time. Is he the builder?
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you scroll up a little bit No, other way, because some of the other paperwork with this, the individual guaranteed,
So the offer to purchase does have this, building one every for 3 years. But the development agreement does not. That's what you're saying. Gary?
Yeah, I did, I
Okay.
wasn't aware that we had something in there for that, but the development agreement, has language in there, I'm pretty sure, about the Rockville. Maybe attach that as exhibit 2
Yeah.
to the development agreement.
We are, somewhere in here.
I just don't wanna have them conflicting.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't conflict, would they? I mean,
Well, it sounds like you,
yeah,
because the Rockville one is requiring every, what, is it a year?
well, yeah, within a year, I think you have to build after purchase. That was targeted at individual people who bought lots at that time. So,
And this one would not. So I'm assuming the Rockville restrictive covenants are probably recorded.
Yeah, I remember seeing Mayor Gephardt's name in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that being said, didn't we have this discussion 2 weeks ago? As far as covenants go, there's no enforcing body, am I right?
right now, there is not.
Okay,
But I think we should have the development agreement mirror the offer to purchase.
Well,
I think that should be in there.
yeah, I mean, right now, when I
Well,
looked at
the
it,
development agreement does have the 3 years.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
thought Gary said it
yeah,
did not.
no, yeah, Casey had me, the development agreement,
Okay.
we have them having to have by December 31st of 2027.
yeah.
That they have to have the
Okay.
combined 3 lots at
So
the
we have to use
$900,000 of real
Well,
estate.
it's just the
tax basis.
covenant.
so that was,
The covenants will.
Yeah.
so that would supersede the covenant.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how a court would rule on that because the restrictive covenants are recorded.
but we have no enforcement power on the covenants anyway.
Well, if we're the body that enforces them, then I guess we would be the one that would be, I'm not sure if the restrictive covenants.
I thought it said somewhere in the, in our, that it was City of Kiel, and if there was an issue, it was our building inspector, and if there was an issue with a homeowner, then the homeowner had to pay the fees for any legal, but, now let me just see if I can find that.
Right there. We have the right to enforce it. All covenants and restrictions.
Yes,
Okay.
18
Yeah.
C, the city of Kiel shall have the right to enforce and all proceedings of all equity, all covenants,
So if we want to grant them 3 years, we can grant them 3 years.
Sure. We don't have to.
According to that, we're
Yeah.
the enforcement body.
You're right.
Yeah, we should try to be somewhat consistent in enforcing them.
Association guide. Where property may be subject to further.
I'm not aware that we've had an enforcement issue
I don't.
out there in the past.
No.
that I can recall.
So is their intent to in fact build one and make it inhabitable every year
Yeah.
each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish it would have been written that way then.
Well, it talks about being a taxable property and a valuation of X amount of dollars each year, John.
Correct.
So I suppose it is a stretch
This-
to assume that that would have to be occupied, but
This is, if you look at this, the covenants were there initially to make sure no one came in and bought a whole bunch of lots and just sat on them.
Yes.
That's the reason for this,
Yes.
okay? Now we've got an offer to purchase, and the guy's indicating, here's what I want to do. So,
And there's still a deadline.
right, and there still is a deadline, are we okay with that, or are we not okay with that? That's the question I would have.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 years,
Yeah.
and according to the language, he wouldn't have to build until the 3rd year.
Well, there is,
No, I
there
think
is, a-
it says one each year.
Where,
well,
where
no,
does it
there-
say it?
in the development agreement,
Right there.
there is one for.
Very last line.
Yeah, so, there is one that has to be in there by, so the last line says, furthermore,
Okay, there
SJT
is
shall have at least
1.5,
one.
yeah.
So they're supposed to have one by December 31 of 2025, which has that $300,000 threshold. So if you have to have one by that year, then I suppose there could be a,
If you wanted
Two-year
to wait, you
potential
could wait
gap
until year 3 to do the
in
other
there.
half.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Where is Mr. Tunison from?
Elkhart Lake. W 4619 State Road 32 Elkhart Lake. That's what his check address is.
I'll second, Alderperson Schudy's motion to approve this.
Okay, any more discussion? Okay, we've got a motion by Schudy, second by Broker, to approve the purchase and development agreement for lots 158, 170, and 178 between the City of Kiel and SJT Leasing LLC for the purchase price of $84,000. Roll call, Gill,
Yes.
Broker,
Yes.
Schudy,
Yes.
Krieger,
Yes.
Actor.
Yes.
5-0, motion carries. Okay, number 8, consideration of temporary Class B license application for the Kiel Chamber of Commerce, June 14th, 2024, German Day.
The Kiel Chamber of Commerce has requested to be able to serve beer for German Day on June 14th, 2024. This is a request that they make every year, and we have had no issues in the past with them.
We have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the Kiel Chamber of Commerce Class B license applicant for June 14th, 2024, German days.
I will second that motion.
Okay, motion by Actor, second by Gill, to approve the temporary Class B license application for the Kiel Chamber of Commerce, June 14th, 2024, for German Day. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 9, consideration of sidewalk cafe permit application for 2024 for Badger's Den.
This is another application that comes annually, or at least it did the last year. Badger's Den would like to make the front side of their bar restaurant into a sidewalk cafe. They like the tables out there and just have patrons be out there in the nice weather. Last year, I don't believe we had any issues either. They submitted all paperwork. Here is the map they submitted.
I will make the motion that we accept the application or approve the application for the sidewalk cafe permit for 2024 for the Badger's Den.
Second.
Motion by Schudy, second by Broker, to approve the sidewalk cafe permit application for 2024 for the Badger's Den. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 10, consideration of boundary extension applications for the Badger's Den on June 15th for the Veteran Suicide Awareness Fundraiser and for the Header Inn on August 8th for the Kiel Picnic.
I just have one curious question.
Mhm.
The map that Badger's Den submitted for the sidewalk cafe is identical to the one for the boundary extension.
I also noticed that.
And so I believe what they want in the boundary extension is that road, that section of Fourth Street,
Yeah, this 4th Street, right?
closed off. So I guess I would suggest we approve it pending a new map.
Okay.
Is that the one they submitted, or did it get mixed up? Because it is the same paper.
Yep, it's the same, so she, came in with, she had filled out, special event permit for this event, a boundary extension for this event, and the sidewalk cafe
Okay.
application. That was all, I mean, we don't bring special events.
So she only
permits.
gave you one map?
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, then that was a
I-
mistake.
yeah, I think we need to have a corrected map. In that case, I would make the, motion that we approve the boundary extension application for Badger's Den, June 15th, 2024, for the Veteran Suicide Awareness Fundraiser, as long as that boundary extension is reviewed also by the police department, so that we are, keeping in full, everybody in the loop.
Okay.
This is an annual event. They close it from Fourth Street to Indian Hill Road, just that
Yeah.
one block section.
Mhm.
I
So
don't
they
believe
need,
we've had
they
issues
need, you
with
want a map. You want
I want an
yeah,
accurate
okay.
map, just,
that shouldn't
just
be
to
an
cover
issue.
our buns on
Yeah.
file, okay?
And what about header in?
I'll make the motion to approve the boundary extension for header in August 8th to the 12th for the Kiel picnic overflow.
They can ask for what they want, but is there any reason why they're requesting 5 days here?
For the picnic. I think that's Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And is the 12th a Monday? Because I think,
Probably because it goes past midnight.
that was
Yeah.
it,
Bar
yeah.
close would be 2 o'clock
Yeah,
on a Sunday night.
yeah.
So they probably want to go to the wee hours in the morning.
It probably, especially because they're looking for overflow, from the picnic, that it's kind of tucked behind, it just kind of, but I understand, that's where they have it.
August
Okay, we got a
12th?
motion?
Yes, that
You got
is
a
a.
second?
Okay.
You got a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? Motion by Shudi, second by Ockery to approve boundary extension applications for the Badger's Den, June 15th, 2024, for the Veteran Suicide Awareness Fundraiser, pending an updated map for the event. And for the header in on August 8th through 12th for the Kiel picnic. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 11, notification of closed session. The committee may convene into closed session pursuant to 19.851C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee or which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. We need a motion to go into closed
Motion
session.
to go into closed session.
Second.
Motion by Krieger, second by Shudi to go into closed session. All in favor, signify, we need a roll call on this one, sorry. Gill?
Yes.
Broker?
Yes.
Shudi?
Yes.
Krieger?
Yes.
Ockley?
Yes.
5-0, motion carries, we are in closed session.